It also
Okay.
gave me like a way to meet people outside of what I do because I'm in the nightlife. So you're exposed to the same dating pool. So I really
Mhm.
wanted a broader, dating category than what I'm used to, what I'm exposed to.
All right, guys, gotta talk about another episode of the Pop the Balloon show. Okay, now this time around, we're going to be reacting to the follow-up. Of course, I'm gonna play the viral clip because, sometimes folks look a whole lot different when they're on the show versus when they're off the show. Okay, so we're gonna play that first, and then subsequently, we're gonna get into the follow-up to see if they actually went on a date or not. Okay, now looking at the format of the Zoom setup here, it doesn't look good. It really doesn't, okay? Or it might be a format change for Arlette and the follow-ups just kind of moving forward, okay? I would imagine that it would be a lot easier to get people on a Zoom call versus face-to-face if the date did not work out, okay? I'm just speculating, but who knows? But let's go to get into it. Here we go.
Well, then, is it going to be a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
For sure.
As soon as TJ walked out, I feel like, Tiffany, you were one of the first people to pop. So what led you to popping your balloon so quickly as soon as he came around that corner?
Honestly, I wasn't even looking at his face. I was just looking at the overall, like, the way his outfit fits his physique and stuff like that. Obviously, this is like a very first impressionable show. So you're based off first impression. And that's what I was going off of.
Okay.
But at the same time, we do have our opportunity to ask for our balloon back. So I'm like, well, it's no shame in my game. Why not? Why not,
Exactly.
If you messed up, you messed up.
Yeah. And then TJ, coming out and hearing all those balloons go off, like, what was going through your mind?
That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, when you was like, don't be scared, a little bit of a
Flashback.
Welcome in. Come on a little closer. Come on in. Don't be scared.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
a little bit when you said don't be scared. I was like, I'm not scared, but like, I guess I can leave now. You know what I mean? So,
You're like, Arlette, I'm not walking out. Cut the cameras.
Yeah.
Cut the show.
Yeah, because I've never seen that many pops that fast. Have you?
Yes, actually, we did have one, season 1.
Okay,
I don't
so
exactly remember what episode.
I was the second one, then I guess. Yeah.
And
What do you think it was?
I feel like I set the precedence for that. Like, my apologies, TJ. My apologies. I feel
So
like if I
TJ,
had popped, people probably wouldn't have popped so quickly.
Right. And then TJ, what do you think it was? Like, just from like, I know you heard what some of the ladies had to say. Do you agree with some of the stuff that they were saying about why they popped on you?
Well, they all said outfit. That was basically it. So I actually, I didn't mind my outfit. So I don't know if it's a great thing because it's their preference. So I don't really know.
Okay. You thought your outfit was fly though, right?
I thought it was fine. Like I still don't see nothing wrong with it.
There was
Like,
nothing wrong with it. It's just the way it fits your physique. It was so tight on you. You're a stocky guy, So it's like a
the
little
lady
tight.
in the back was cool with it. I don't know her name, but she was like helping us out. She's like, "You look lovely. Like, go out there." I'm like, "Thank you."
And I do see like a lot of guys who work out, go to the gym. They do like really like tight, form-fitting clothes. So was that that's like your style? Is that what you would say?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I wear a lot of suits. I'm a professor, so like I wear a lot of slim suits. I wear a lot of like polos.
Slim
So
fit.
I don't really have a lot of baggy clothes. So yeah, I guess, yeah.
That makes sense.
We wasn't looking for baggy on you. We was looking for like, form fitting. It was a little tight. That's just it. That was nothing wrong with your outfit. It was just a little tight. It didn't show off your physique. Like, you wouldn't know a girl has a good physique if she's not, dressing towards her body type.
Okay. Now, TJ, what made you be like, you know what? I'll take, if she takes her balloon bag, I'll go with her. Because I know coming out there and having everyone pop on you, that could be a little bit like, you already popped on me. I'm not going to match with you. So what made you be like, yeah, sure. Like, yeah, I'll go with you.
Honestly, it was a combination of things.
Okay.
Like, I didn't even get to look at the girls, to be honest. I didn't even look at any of the like once they all popped, I wasn't really like, oh, this person's not my type, this is not my type. So it wasn't straight a physical attraction. The reason why I took it back, it was more like, okay, she wants to know more about me. And this one girl left that wants to know about me. I came here for love. Let me just get to know her.
Yeah.
So it was just like, why not? You know what I mean? Like everybody else is popped.
Okay.
Because I didn't hear anything else. You know, like I didn't know anything else. So it was just
exactly.
like, yeah.
All right. Well, it's time for us to go ahead and get into the nitty gritty of why we are here today. So since you guys ended up matching, have you guys gone on a date?
Would you consider our leaving afterwards and going out to eat a date?
Of course. So
okay,
you guys did,
we
yeah?
went on a date.
Okay.
We went on a date.
So where'd you guys go? How'd the date go?
You want to answer?
No, I'll let you go. I feel like
okay. Well, we went to like I don't even know. I think it was called. I really don't know what it was called, but it was like a hookah type lounge area, very nice, upscale. It was cute, and like we just got to talk to each other, you know, get to know each other. But we weren't alone. We went with one of the match couples. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was like a double date kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And how was that for you, TJ?
Well, it was interesting because I was actually gonna leave. Tiffany was like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "I'm gonna just go back to my hotel." She's like, "No." Tiffany's very outgoing.
Yes.
So like I'm like the opposite. Like I'm very like introverted. I'm like focused on like just like the mission. The mission was to come here, get a balloon, go back home. So she was like, "No." She's like,
"You didn't want to take your date out?"
Right?
Your match?
Although I wasn't, my brain was still on them pops. If I'm being honest, my brain was still,
Yes, PTSD from
like,
the pops.
I was still like confused. Like that was a lot. So I was like, I would just go think about it, go call my friends back home, tell them what happened.
Yeah.
And so when she said no, let's like go out, I did ended up being really good friends with Maul. So we was already in the back talking. So I felt a little bit because yes, she got her balloon, but I didn't know Tiffany. You know, like I at least knew Maul right away. So I was like, all right, cool. I go out with Maul. It made it a little bit more comfortable. And so I was like, cool. So yeah, it was cool.
Okay, got it. And now, so I know you said you were ready to dip right after the show. So when you matched with Tiffany, like, is she someone that is your type though? Because it seems like you were just like, I just matched so I can get out of there kind of thing. Is she someone that is your type?
Well, I wouldn't say I matched to get out of there. It was
okay.
It was more say like
correct me then, because that's what it sounded like. Let me hear it from you.
Yeah. So like let's just say if you were going out there and you didn't get to look at anybody, but yet somebody was the only one that was like, hey, you know what? I made a mistake. It was more so like I felt a genuine energy. So it was more than, that's what I said. I didn't really get a chance to look at Tiffany when I was there. It was more like, oh wow, like that was nice of her to actually take her balloon back, to say, you know what, I made a mistake. Because that's accountability. And that's like I actually look for that when I'm looking for a partner, is accountability. So I was like, okay, cool. You know, like first impressions mean a lot, but it means a lot that you double back to take your balloon back. So that's why I matched with her.
Okay, he's talking about the energy and all. Okay, I get that. But it's like she was right in front of you, right? Like she was literally inches away from your face. So let's continue here. Maybe he's going to add more context to what he has to say here. But I mean, she was on the show. She's on the Zoom call now, right? So it doesn't sound like he's actually really answering the question, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. It seems like he's giving more of a politically correct answer. But, you know, I could be wrong. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens.
After the date, what happened? Did you guys communicate, FaceTime, call, text? How was the communication?
We met up the next day after that.
Okay.
And the plans were to like, just, you know, chill, like, you know, go to the museum. I ended up, family was in town for me. So I ended up coming to the party pretty late. But a lot of the cast members from that episode, they all went to the museum together. And the plan was for me to meet him at the museum with everybody else. But I ended up getting caught up with my sister that came into town and my nephew, and it was his birthday. So I went to out to eat with them. And by the time I was done, they were already done with the museum. So I met up with him after at his resort, and the resort was having free cocktail hour, people by the pool. So, you know, we ended up chilling at the pool, getting the free cocktails, and Carrington came.
Okay. Okay, so again, y'all were joined again by somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we were, but the plan was for everybody to be together, but everybody bailed.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Carrington was the only one that was like, "Yeah, I'm still ready to have fun."
Got it. Okay, so how was that time when it was just the two of you? How was it for you, TJ?
I don't think we had a time.
We had
Also,
a little
when
bit
you-
of time to chit chat, but nothing too deep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So every time you guys have hung out, it's always been like a group thing, or like there's always somebody else, like a third party?
I mean, there was probably a couple hours here or there,
Okay.
but like most of the time it was probably with one or two other people.
Okay. So then how are things now? Like after that, because I know TJ, you travel a lot. So how long were you in Arizona? Did you guys hang out again after that resort moment?
I was in Arizona until Monday morning.
Okay.
And I believe once I got back, she wished me a safe flight and told me that she would be going to, I believe, Cleveland, because she travels too. Like Tiffany's a very, very active woman. So she goes to different states, different places for business. I like her hustle, what she does, because like sometimes people just don't like to make a living for their own. Like she actually is very ambitious. So I travel, she travels. So I would say we talk probably right after like every week. It began to slow down a little bit more because of life, and I'll let her go into what she went through and what I went through. But I definitely think Tiffany's been a solid person. Like even just as a friend, she's been a solid person. Some people just look for love like right off the bat, but like there has to be a foundation. And so I think Tiffany is a very solid person in general, just a solid human. Like I think anybody would be lucky to meet Tiffany.
Yeah, so he basically friend zoned her. That's basically what this is, okay? He friend zoned her and he is talking. He is talking. He should be a politician, okay? He mentioned that he's a professor. So, he has a good grasp of the English language, but he's saying a whole lot of nada right now, okay? In regards to wanting to pursue Tiffany in a romantic way.
Same with TJ. He's very like understanding and he's very like communicative. He listens to people's, he listens. He's always a shoulder to, lean on. So we both was going through stuff. Like I got into a car accident last month someone in his family was sick and it was just, then he got sick and, he's been traveling a lot. So yeah, he's like a really good support system. Like he's always there for like shoulder to lean on, someone to talk to. We all go through things, but he hears you out and he also expresses how he feels. And he also, says like what's going on in his life because his life is pretty busy too. And he goes through things too, like everybody does. So I just like that we have that window to like, be comfortable enough to share our lives with each other.
Okay. So it sounds like you guys have been in like constant communication, but has it been like building? Do you feel like you're working towards like a romantic thing or you guys are more keeping it like on a friendship level?
Exactly.
I'm open to whatever. I don't have any expectations on our, relationship. I feel like if it's going to blossom towards something, it will, Okay. But he's very much a catch. So I'm open to it.
TJ.
Yeah.
Seems like she's waiting.
Me and Tiffany have been on one accord where we are. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you have people that are very forceful with things. And like, I think her being so outgoing, what's caught me off guard is how accepting she is of my situation and her situation. So like she said, she'll be like, hey, if you're in Arizona, let's go another day. If I'm in North Carolina, let's go another day. So it's not like a push and shove match. You know what I mean? Like we understand that like we are very busy. But like she said, both of us are catches. Both of us understands that in life things happen for favor. Sometimes we're in the same place. Sometimes we're not in the same place. But I just think a lot of times people close books and they open books. But I think this is not that situation where you can say either or.
Okay.
What? Yo, homie should have been a politician. okay? Because he is talking circles right now. Communication's good. She's a great person. There's not a pull and tug or a tug of war scenario. Everything's smooth like butter. What's the hole up? Right? What is the hole up? I'm just saying. So clearly he's not feeling her whatsoever. She's waiting on him. He's waiting on her. I mean, in reality, the man, in my opinion, should be moving forward if he is feeling her. Okay. If she is waiting for him to kind of make the first move in regards to, getting it to that next level, then he would have made that move by now. Okay. And the fact that he's not making that move, doesn't seem like he's feeling her. It really doesn't. Okay. He seems like he's trying to be a nice guy here and, trying to put her down gently, but at the same time, he doesn't want to lose the friendship that he's built up with her so far. But let me know what you guys think.
So the door is open for both of you.
Absolutely.
But ain't nobody entering yet.
It's just like
y'all ain't entering either door.
Time, honestly, like we travel a lot, so I feel like if we run into each other, it's destiny, it's fate.
If you run into each other,
the universe will put us where we need to be to start that.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you guys say you're too busy to date? Because that's what it sounded like to me. Like
I just feel like the way our lives is set up right now, we both travel a lot, so.
It's even more than travel too. Arlette, it's like, so like sometimes like you're traveling, but sometimes you're in that mode where like things are working for you personally that you didn't think would work for you at that time. So like she's had many accomplishments since we left. I had many accomplishments. So like sometimes like you want love, but you also understand like, hey man, right now is the moment where like things I've worked for are really clicking. Yeah. Right. Okay. And so we've been celebratory of each other and like thanking each other, and that in itself is like bonding.
Right now, I'm pretty much focused on my end goal. As everybody know, I'm an exotic dancer. You can't do this forever. So I've been trying to put things into place so I can exit that, so I can be a wife, so I could be, a girlfriend, so I could be, a partner. So I wouldn't say I'm really actively dating. I'm focusing on like making sure I get out of a situation that I'm in to focus on the partner that I could potentially have.
Okay.
So why appear on the show?
So when I left the show, Tiffany was the one person who I doubted that this would be true for. She was like, you're about to get a whole bunch of DMs. She was like, you're about to get like a bunch of DMs. I was like, no, I'm not. Everybody popped on me. Nobody likes me. And then she's like, no, TJ, you're like a catch. Trust me. Like, I know why I took my balloon back. Man, I got home flooded. Like, absolutely flooded. That being said, I've not been on a date with anybody in my DMs. I appreciate the comments. But like, I've been on like my book's right here. I've been traveling steady, so I haven't really had a chance to even look at anybody else. So that's what the show was for. That's why me and Tiffany went on the show, Yeah. So like we said, we're both very focused individuals, and love will find us. But we're just gonna find us in our own way, like in what we're doing and our purpose in life.
And I feel like our friendship, the way our friendship is like set up, we're always gonna be in each other's lives. Like very supportive. Sure. I'm very supportive. We both believe in each other's dreams, and that's why I feel like I'm very open to the door. Like if it blossoms, it's gonna blossom because we're setting the foundation for that.
It just seemed like they're just two unserious people that appeared on the show. I mean, that's basically what it sounds like. Okay, he's saying that he's too busy. She's saying that she's too busy. They're just two busy people when in reality, hey, if you're truly looking for love, you're always going to find time or make time for that person. Okay, I don't care how busy you are, how much stuff you got going on. You can always find a way. You can always make time.
People are going to be like, well, why did you guys come on the show if you're so busy doing your own thing? Like, it doesn't sound like finding a relationship is your top priority right now. So I'm guessing now, like, why did you guys apply for the show if it's not something that you're so ready to dive into?
I'll let her answer first, and then you want me to go first again?
I can go. I would say that it is a priority for me, and I felt like there's people that come back into your life 4 or 5 years later at the right time. I feel like I could meet somebody that I connect with there. And who knows if it like sparks there or if it sparks up 2 years from now. Either way, I found somebody in an unorthodox way because the regular way is not working for me.
Okay.
I would say for me, I
Okay.
came on the show strictly because like my friends were like, "Hey man, you need a woman." Right? Because like I'm very that's like, hey man, you're working all the time. Like you don't go out, you don't hang out. So like when else are you gonna find a woman? So that's the answer why I truly went on. I actively was not pursuing. My friends looked at my life and said, "Hey man, go. We're signing you up right now."
Okay.
I'm very glad I did go because it made me feel like, you know, like I probably could use some assistance here or there, like in the love life. I probably could use somebody to talk to on occasion because being a children's author, you see a lot of lovely families out here that are complete, that do have kids that I'm giving books to, and like their kids are laughing with their parents. So you get to see like another side of like what I could have in the future. So I definitely am open to love. I'm definitely was looking for love. And I think it's a lot of people out here that should go on the show for that reason because there are a lot of hard workers out here. Like you are a hard worker, BM's a hard worker. So like
Thank you.
sometimes you get so in your work that you're not even paying attention, you know? So
Okay.
this was an eye opener too that I do need to respect that lane. It is another part of me.
It also
Okay.
gave me like a way to meet people outside of what I do because I'm in the nightlife. So you're exposed to the same dating pool. So I really wanted a broader, you know, dating category than what I'm used to, what I'm exposed to.
Okay.
I just don't get. Yo, they said a whole lot of nada. A whole lot of nada. This is a masterclass on how to answer a question without actually answering the question. Okay, they must have been working for Kamala Harris. Right? During the campaign trail. I'm just joking. But yeah, they're just not serious.
Speaking of your professions, they're like on two different ends of the spectrum.
I got a lot of questions
how
about that.
is
Yeah.
that like? I feel like for TJ, I know probably you've got a lot of messages and there's been a lot of comments about it. Like, how is this going to work between them? Like, is that something that you feel is also blocking you guys?
For my part, my only person that asked me in my family about it, I think one of my cousins or somebody was like, "Hey, did you know she was a exotic dancer?" And I was like, "I didn't know actually." And we talked about it. Like we talked at the same time when she said it.
Yeah,
Like when
I
she
figured.
said dancer, I dated a lot of dancers, but then like when she said exotic dancer, I was like talking. So I didn't hear, but after the show when she said that, I was already getting to know her like beyond the exotic dancer. So
Yeah.
if I would have heard that, I'm not gonna lie, maybe I would have popped. Maybe.
Exactly.
Because
I'm
like
saying.
I had a stigma. You know, I didn't really
Right.
understand like I didn't really look beyond that label, you know? So I'm actually glad I didn't hear it because I wouldn't even got to know her, you know what I mean? As a
Yeah.
friend, as a genuine human being. Like,
Exactly. He's basically saying in a very nice way, if he heard that she was an exotic dancer, he probably would have popped his balloon. Okay, so I strongly believe that's what's happening here. That's what's really holding him back. The fact that she's an exotic dancer currently, and you know, hey, that's her hustle. It is what it is, and you know, that doesn't take anything away from her from being a good person. Okay, he's basically saying, although I didn't hear her say that she's an exotic dancer, and I was able to get to know her, she is a good person. Okay, she is a good friend. However, he's basically saying, and not so many words, but he's basically saying that I'm not interested. I'm not interested beyond the friendship. Okay, and you know, he's not gonna come out and say it here, but if you read between the lines, that's what it seems like he's saying. But let me know what you guys think.
Tiffany doesn't want to be in that life forever. Nobody does, really, unless you really like that. So I think it was a curse and a blessing that I was able to not hear.
Okay. And then Tiffany, do you feel like the professions are something that's possibly blocking the two of you from like really exploring this more?
Well, me alone, it's always been an issue in my dating life. So that's why I went on the show. But I did think that's like, I was nervous saying it. I thought he heard it, but I was nervous saying it, so it was a little low. I was like, exotic dancer. Because when
I
you
was
said
literally like arguing with
I was
people.
like, but I was like,
I was arguing with people because I was like, she didn't say that.
I'm gonna take a chance to get my balloon back. And if he pops on me, he pops on me. But at least I know that I'll leave this situation knowing that, I didn't leave with no regrets.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Okay. I really did not like when people was like, she said that. I was listening. I'm like, I don't hear it. Like, how did they hear that? I was right in front of her and didn't hear it.
Yeah, you heard dancer, and he's like, oh, I date a lot of dancers. Did you think he was talking about exotic dancers as well when he said that too?
I did, but I didn't realize.
So did
I thought that as well too, and I was like, oh, okay.
So did I.
I said it very low. I was nervous saying it because it has been an issue in my past. So.
Yeah.
So she whispered.
I will say this because I know comments can be very mean. Like before meeting Tiffany and going on a date with her, and of course we haven't been on serious dates or anything like that, but just knowing her as a human, as a friend, a stripper's just a job. You know what I mean? Like it really is just a job. You're just making money. And if you do have a stigma towards strippers, you probably should get to know them, like get to ask them, see what their priorities are, because everybody's different.
Most definitely. Everybody is different. I met dentist assistants that are dancers. I met women that are in the police academy that are dancers. I met women that are married that are dancers. So everyone is very different.
I had students that were dancers. Like I teach college. But,
okay, I was about to say, hold on. What do you teach?
No,
like,
he's a professor
in my class.
in college.
Okay, in college. Okay.
People dance through college. I was in college a couple of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just to kind of wrap this up, obviously you guys are still getting to know each other. The door is open for both of you, like you said. I do hope it blossoms into something and you both make time for each other. But, like you guys said, no pressure. You guys are still getting to know each other. Now, any upcoming projects that we can be on the lookout from either one of you? Let's start with you, TJ.
I am still doing the TV book, but I also decided to release my poems. So I'll be putting out my poetry book sometime in next month, and it's full of love stories and heartbreaks, and I think it would be good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, congrats on that, and I hope it does really well.
Yeah, because I've only been a children's book author, so I was like, like I have
something
other
different.
stuff
expand your horizon. You're talented.
Yeah.
And then Tiffany, what about for yourself?
I've just been working more on my podcast, Nasty Closet Podcast. I interview entrepreneurs, people with coming of age stories. I would love to have TJ on the show. I never had a chance to put offer on there yet. But yeah, so I'm just working on just expanding my brand and getting into more like creative aspects. I want to get into fashion more and stuff like that. But as far as for now, I'm working on just being a commentator and just sharing people's stories.
Well, good luck with that as well. All right, guys. Well, it was such a pleasure having you guys on today. Thank you so much for coming on and speaking your truth and being so open. I really do appreciate the both of you. And everyone at home, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you all next time.
All right, guys. So there you have it. Okay, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Okay, from the perspective of the show, okay, the essence of the show, this was a waste of time. It really was, okay, because the whole point of appearing on the show is to find love. Okay, it seems like the two appeared on the show as an experiment. Okay, that's number one. Number two, it seems like the gentleman, once he found out that she was an exotic dancer, he wasn't interested, okay, because what he was alluding to earlier was the fact that, hey, if I had heard that, I probably would have never met her and, figured out her personality and that we actually click from a friend perspective. But from a romantic perspective, he's basically saying, nah, I'm good on that, okay? What he does for a living, okay, he's a children's author, might be a conflict of interest when you're looking at her profession, okay? An exotic dancer, complete polar opposite, might not be in his best interest to pursue that from a romantic perspective. I'm just saying, okay? And he's basically saying from a friendship perspective, we're cool, right? We're cool. She's a great person. Judging by the video here, it seems like she's a cool woman, to be fair. She got a cool little vibe to her. Okay, that's the cutoff point in regards to pursuing this further. Okay, but I can't see them being together, if I'm being completely honest. I know we've seen Stranger Things on the show, but it seems like he is going to end this just what it is. Okay, we are friends, nothing more, nothing less. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Give me some feedback, and until next time.